Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have terrible luck for the next week. Gliding through treetops, dining on crawdads, and hunting with false tentacles aren't activities we normally associate with snakes. But serpents are a far more diverse lot than they're generally given credit for. Snakes are one such species that are considered weird by the majority of us in the world. The snakes listed here have different physical forms and bizarre appearances. Some of them use their weirdness to camouflage with the environment to attack the prey. Here, we have listed the 10 weirdest snakes in the world that are actually bizarre by their looks. Number 10. Hairy Bush Viper. The hairy bush viper is a super spiky snake known for its rough scales and deadly venom. The phrase reveals a prominent short snout, while 6 to 9 scales separate the spacing between the eyes. They are so dreaded that no one dares keep them as pets. Like the flying snake, it uses its spiky scales to climb trees. Found mainly in Central Africa, these relatively small snakes prefer to live in flowers and the top of plants. This animal is more active at night and feeds on frogs, mammals, and lizards. Their firm, muscular body and outer body make him one of the unique creatures on Earth. The hairy bush viper releases a toxic venom that attacks the central nervous system, causing multiple organ failures. If the patient doesn't get immediate attention by ingesting an anti-venom, they could die after a few minutes. Due to their unique looks, they are common among exotic pet lovers. However, you should be careful if you're considering buying them because they could kill you. Before moving to the next number, we just want small favor from you. Like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get 1 week good luck for you. Try this, it really worked. Number 9. Milk Snake. The milk snake is a deceptive creature that stays safe due to its colorful skin. They trick predators into believing that they are pygmy rattlers when they are something else. They are predominantly harmless and found in South America, the USA, and southern Canada. These slithery creatures travel at night when they blend with the debris. Rodents, reptiles, birds, and amphibians are common predators. The weirdest thing about the snake is how they suck milk from a cow's udder. This sounds ridiculous to have a snake suck from a cow, but there's a background story to that. These unique snakes prefer to live in and around barns. Well, legend has it that they love to be around cows because of the milk they produce, but this is far from being the truth. They choose barns because they're cool and always have rodents around. Number 8. Gabriel Viper. Found in most jungles in the African continent, these creepy-looking snakes have triangular-shaped heads, long fangs, and heavy bodies. Weighing up to 11 kilograms, with fangs as long as 5.5 centimeters, it has horns between its big, roving eyes. The Gabriel Viper is not the kind of animal you pray to encounter in the jungle, and yes, they grow so big that they can eat a full-grown rabbit. Referring to roam around at night, this viper is a slow snake that spends most of his time lying still and waiting for any unfortunate prey. Their attacking game is one of the most accurate and quickest of any snake in the animal kingdom. Despite all the oddities surrounding this creature, they rarely hiss or bite, even when provoked. If we have more of them in the jungle, humans will visit more often. When the Gabriel Viper feels threatened, it releases a weird rhythmic low, long hits while flattening its head after each breath. Despite the display of power, they would likely not follow up the hissing with an attack. Number 7. Black Mamba. The black mamba isn't only super long, but it boasts of one of the deadliest bites in the world. They have been known to reach a whopping 4.5 meters in length. Found in the eastern and southern parts of Africa, these animals are one of the fastest on the planet, with speeds of about 7 miles per hour. Aside from their speed, they're one of the coolest because no animal dares to challenge them in a battle. What makes them unique is that, despite their vicious attacking strategies, they'll run away from humans on side one. Who would have thought they scampered for safety by choosing the nearest available escape route? The black mamba will only attack if all escape routes are blocked. Their terrific display when attacking their prey is another skill that makes them fascinating. Open mouth and with a hood formed from the neck flap, it hisses and flicks its tongue. Humans who come 40 meters close receive this warning, but if they're unlucky enough to not get the alert, they could be attacked. Again, you think that this animal is black, judging by its name. Please permit me to burst your bubbles by informing you that they are either khaki or brown. Number 6. Queen snake. The queen snake is a small and fuzzy reptile found in North America after migrating from western New York. They inhabit places with clean running water with temperatures of 10 degrees Celsius. They wouldn't bite when they feel threatened. Instead, they'll release a stench from the tail that turns people off. They feed on malted crayfish because they're unable to defend themselves properly. Unlike most creatures in the animal kingdom, the queen snake does not spot their food with their eyes, but they smell it with their tongues. Do you think your tongue is the organ to taste? This snake thinks otherwise. The smell receptors are embedded in their tongue, which helps them catch their prey's scent. As much as they prefer crayfish to other predators, they can also fall victim to crayfish during winter. Adults and children alike. Sunbathing is also something they do for fun, but are not so stupid. They'll light the edge of the water so that when they sense a hint of danger, they scamper for safety immediately. Number 5. Eastern Hognose Snake. The Eastern Hognose snake got its name from its weird upturned snout. These strange creatures come in unbelievable colors like orange, gray, brown, green, red, you name it. Found across North America, they are also known as the blackadder, rock adder, or death adder. Not only is its weird nose used for digging sand, but its pair of teeth is also one of the most bizarre in the animal kingdom. Positioned behind the snake's mouth is long fangs that release venom that poisons their prey. The fangs are also used to pop toads, so that they are easier to eat. The toxins work for the amphibians they eat and are not fatal to humans. This snake has a defined and desirable trick to escape danger. When they sense their life is at risk, they flatten their necks and lift their heads up. Although they hiss and strike at the sight of danger, they do not bite. So what happens when it gets out of hand? They play dead. On the other hand, they lie on their backs, stick out their tongues and release an awful stench. Number 4. Tentacled Snake. Boasting 2 tentacles on the snout, this ophidian is one of the weirdest to roam on the planet. It is the only tentacled snake in Cambodia, Vietnam, or Thailand. They pitch their tent in rice paddies, lakes, muddy streams, and some parts of the sea. You may have never encountered this species, since they spend most of their time underwater. Thankfully, they pose no threat to humans, but to the fish they consume. They last about 30 minutes underwater, after which they hang headfirst into the water and turn their body into an upside-down J shape. Their unorthodox method of capturing a passing fish is what makes them stand out from similar species. When a fish passes by a tentacled snake hanging in the water, it dives down and moves into the water to scare the fish. Call it the sea bully if you want, because that's what it is. As the fish panics, it turns into a C shape so that it can swim to safety. While it has plans to escape, this snake patiently waits for the fish and grabs its head from the opposite direction. How it manages to know the direction the fish is headed beats my imagination. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take me 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal: you just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribes button and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 15 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 3. Asian Vine Snake. Boasting of a long thin snout, the Asian fighting snake lives in rainforests across Asia. Nicknamed the long-nosed whip snake, they target their prey's eyes using their long nose. Their yellow-green color and pointed heads help them camouflage when things go south. While they prefer to feed on lizards, they'll likely eat rodents and frogs occasionally. If you don't find them around water bodies, you'll see them sleeping on tall grass or high trees. When under attack, they swiftly change their skin color, and if there's a threat, this bizarre creature opens its mouth wide while stretching the skin until it changes from bright green to green, with white and black markings. This makes it look like a different snake and confuses the predator. Their fangs are located behind their jaws, meaning that the Asian vine has to chew its prey before the venom is released. Number 2. Regal Ringneck Snake. The Regal Ringneck snake is a mildly venomous yet harmless collar-bot snake that dominates parts of southeastern Canada. This snake got its name from the band that encircles its neck like a ring. Researchers recognize several subspecies, making them have one of the largest geographic ranges of any snake species. They inhabit forests, hillsides, desert streams, and grasslands. They prefer to live in logs, rocks, and leaf litter. When they feel threatened, they hide their heads and twist their tails to expose their orange or red undersides. They also expel a foul smell that tells their predator off. The coloration that reveals their bottom is believed to be a warning signal. Although they don't have a venom gland, they have a similar structure that produces toxic saliva. This saliva paralyzes their prey instantly. The Regal ringneck snake is the most vicious of its kind in North America. You don't want to mess with them. Despite their unimposing size, they are skilled hunters and effective in keeping rodents at bay. Number 1. Flying snake. If you live in Southeast Asia, the chances are that you've seen a flying snake up in a tree. From Sri Lanka to Vietnam, these creatures use the rigid scales on the bellies to climb high trees. Although they're venomous, only rodents, lizards, birds, and bats are mostly affected. If you see a flying snake around you, you have nothing to fear because their tiny fangs can't do much. As for their exceptional skill to fly, these slither creatures prefer trees with rough barks. They climb to the top of the trees by pushing their skills steadily on the rugged surface. When it reaches the branch, it dangles from the tip by its tail. It takes off with a swift jolt by changing its body into a J shape and pushing up and over. For a better flight, it finds its body until it's twice the initial width and more concave. To remain in control, they use a non-stop wriggling movement to fly as high as 100 meters. They do better than most animals regarding flying. It is unknown why these snakes fly, but scientists speculated this to escape predators and move from one tree to the other without descending to the ground. There you have it. Have you encountered any of these animals? We want to know how things played out. Please leave us a message in the comment box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel to stay abreast with our latest content.